Last time, on Sister Voices Speaking, the girls had a conversation about black market surgery. That conversation continues.
Do
Into
not
my
attempt to
transition, I
adjust
had a
your
lot of
dial. I'm
pressure.
transmitting live
So
with
I
the
had worked
hardcore
on like my
style. Fresh
cheeks
new
and
kicks in the all-star glow. I'm up in the mix, this Paul Large Pro. Straight out the gate with the fabulous track. And my devastating rhymes get the platinum plaque. For the underground world, every street and borough. Even out of state, large here to reach new levels. No doubt, came from out the dungeons of rap. Making use of the brain that was under the cap. Used to dig them games that was from Iraq. Was out on vacation, but now I'm back with the stick, drive and dive. Gotta
well,
be live.
Storm, we really appreciate you for sharing this story, such a personal story with us, because I'm sure it's going to help some girls out there who are considering if they should take a similar route.
I definitely think they should reconsider because um, not promoting it, but silicone is definitely not the same the way it was when I was doing it. When I was getting
Uh-huh.
silicone, it was definitely a lot different than it is today. There's so many
Uh-huh.
different people who are practicing today, and I just don't think it's safe. And it probably wasn't even safe when I was doing it. Um,
Uh-huh.
but I can tell you, I've seen a lot of girls go full speed ahead without really doing any research or of the long-term effects. And I've seen girls who are well shaped. And I often wonder, wow, what's going to happen to that later? Because that's a lot, you know. I didn't get
Yeah.
as much as some of the people that I know. I pretty much got enough to give me that enhanced look. But I
Yeah.
never wanted to
Trying to
go like,
oversearch.
when it came to the body, I never wanted to go is what they call femme queen body because I just didn't want that because I was afraid of side effects and things that could happen in the future. Um,
Uh-huh.
whether it was shifting or cancer or anything like that, I just never wanted to take it too extreme because I've always been worried about that. And we have two cast members who are going to come on. One young lady, she had really bad reaction to the silicone
Wow.
and she had it done in her face and
Uh-huh.
um without giving away too many details because I want her to share her story. um
Yes.
she has a bad reaction from it and it just didn't go too well for her, and that sucks because you trust the people who are providing this service to you so you don't really know what you're really getting. And then we have another person who's coming on who's going to share their story about how they detransitioned.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Fully? They detransition fully or just like the silicone aspect of it?
they detransitioned fully, and part of it was the silicone. When they
Oh,
realized that they had something in their body that um, may have harmed someone else. Um,
wow.
it was a known fact in the community that the person named Kima was using industrial silicone. And some girls knew, some girls didn't know, and they went anyways. Um,
Yeah.
but there was a rumor that Kima had, took a couple of girls out, if they passed away because the silicone, they
Oh,
couldn't handle
wow.
it. And it caused one individual to have a little bit of a breakdown from it. And they decided to detransition, and we have them coming on the show. So we're really excited to speak to them and
Oh,
talk to them about that. Um,
absolutely.
because this is a story that doesn't really get talked about. It kind of gets pushed under the rug. And I know that we
Yeah.
have K. Michelle, who did a show called Killer Curves, but I don't think it really dived into the real dark side of silicone and the obsession, the addiction, because there are a lot of girls who got addicted to silicone and took it to that extreme place.
Hmm. Well, I would just like to say that when I was first into my transition, I had a lot of pressure. to have work done like to my cheeks or to my breasts or to my hips or to certain other areas. And I just remember being very concerned about cancer. I thought that if bits and pieces of it migrated or degraded and shifted through my bloodstream, I was like, oh, how would I undo that I did that to myself? So I was very worried, and so I chickened out.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. A lot of girls pressured girls into getting, the silicone. I never understood why they pressured the girls so much into, you know, um, feeling that we had to get this silicone in order to make us, more passable. I feel like a lot of girls definitely bullied a lot of other girls and pressured a lot of other girls. Um, but again, I don't regret it. It was an experience and I'm very thankful,
Yeah.
but I am on a journey to have some things corrected. Um,
Yeah.
and again, I'm so excited to have two casts come on to share their story and what they went through, because this topic needs to get out. I think a lot of people could benefit from this and feel safe to share their story, because a lot of us girls, we don't get to share our story about what we went through with this. So I'm very excited. Um, we'll be filming with them very soon. I've also been working on a pilot for Netflix called Pump, which
Yeah.
talks a little bit more about the darker side of
And like it
silicone.
would be more in depth, I would imagine. You talked to me about it somewhat. It'll be a lot more in depth of a look at it, because a lot
Yeah,
needs to be said about it. It's a very serious issue, and it could have fatal consequences if it means cancer or like some type of like response of chemicals that don't belong there.
yeah. And over time, you have to say to yourself, what does the body and how is the body going to respond years later? Is it going
Yeah.
to cause problems? Is it going to shift? Is it going to move? So yeah, we have to take that in consideration. So thank you for sharing this with me and allowing me to speak to you about it, because there's been times where I've been afraid to even open up about this because I was maybe even a little embarrassed. So I'm eager to devolve more into it and get our cast members to share their stories.
Yes.
Again, this is not to bash anyone or put anybody down, but this is just to open the door and open dialogue about what our community really had to go through. There weren't resources the way they are today. We didn't have insurance paying for certain stuff. We didn't have insurance
Yeah.
covering a lot of procedures. So a lot of girls had to resort to this. However, today they don't have to do that. And there's a lot of resources out there for the young ladies. And, we want to compile those resources together and share that with, so, we can save some lives.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Misty, we will catch up on this conversation a little bit later. We will be preparing our cast to come on.
Hmm.
We have a cast all the way from Virginia coming on.
Yeah.
And then we have another cast from, I believe they're from Philadelphia. So
Hmm.
that's going to be exciting. For speaking is definitely moving on up. We're really
Yeah.
excited to have these two individuals come on. So with that being said, we will do a to be continued, and we will continue this conversation with our cast. We wanted to just open the door and have a quick chat, a pilot, and discuss what's up and coming. It's so good to see you, Misty. Stay safe, mask up, stay healthy, stay beautiful, stay gorgeous. Anything going on for the upcoming work week? I think we're going to Lake George.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that. A little bit of a road trip.
Storm and Misty taking a road trip.
Maybe we'll get a couple of fun capers for everybody. Let you know just what we get into. It couldn't hurt to share with people what we get into and what we do. in our spare time.
I haven't been to Lake George
What you
in a
want to know?
while. I'm excited to do a road trip. I haven't been to Lake George in a while. So Storm and Misty road tripping.
Yes, right around the corner.
Catch you later, girl.
Bye.